Hello everyone.
Hello.
We're really looking forward to welcoming you all back to school on the 8th of March. And this presentation is for both parents and children to explain how we're going to welcome you back to make it a really positive experience for you all. We've been in the dining room so many times before, and sometimes we forget that this beautiful piece of artwork that you created has some really important messages, not only for our normal way of working, but also for welcoming you back to school. So, in this over here, it says, "In friendship with empathy, kind words will echo eternally." So we're going to be really focusing on friendship when you come back to school. What other words can I see here? With gratitude, be more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. So gratitude is also important. We've got so many things to be grateful for, and we're going to be focusing on how we can really celebrate all the wonderful things in our lives. What else can I see? Oh, this is good. We're going to be curious, and we're going to release our imaginations. We're really going to think, how can we all come back together and remember what it's like to be brilliant learners? There are many other words that you'll see. So when you come back to school, please check this wall, because we've got lots of messages that will help you flourish to be fantastic learners.
Having been at home has been a bit like this hand here. As we come back, we are opening up again. And you may be feeling a bit unsure, or you may be feeling really excited about coming back. Both are fine. But the good news is all your teachers and learning coaches have been working really hard to plan a brilliant week for you when you come back.
As we come back to school, we're going to be spending some time reconnecting with one another. We've obviously missed friendships, and we've missed seeing each other as we've done normally when we come to school. I don't know about you, but I once had a friend called Nick, and for many, many years I didn't meet Nick. And then when we saw each other again, it felt a bit awkward. We didn't know how to start a conversation again. We didn't quite know what we could talk about. But after some time together, we started remembering the fun times we had when we were growing up in school. The reconnection was much, much easier. But it does take some time, and we should all know that it's fine that it might take some time, and sometimes it might feel a bit tricky. All the people at school think you are very, very special, and we can't wait to see you and your smiling faces. All the work we'll do together is about helping you flourish and thrive to be the very, very best you can be. And we know that sometimes it might be difficult and sometimes it might be easy, but together we'll be able to create the space with all our friendships and relationships to look after each other, to make it a really great start for you.
Whilst you were learning from home, it's likely you didn't have as much chance to be as active as you would have normally. And just by walking around the school and running at playtime, you end up clocking lots of movement. So I don't know about you, but when I'm not very active, like when I have to do too much computer sitting down work, I start to feel a bit out of sorts. When you come back, we're going to give you lots of time throughout the day to do plenty of physical activity and exercise, and we'll make it really fun. So these are the kind of things that you'll have in your day. Morning exercise, things like Jacko's gym. We're going to have physical breaks throughout the day. Premier are going to come and give you an extra PE lesson every week, and they're going to be outside in every playtime to do games with you. And every class also has extra outdoor learning time, so you have more opportunities to do other lessons outside. For example, you might do your phonics or your maths outside. One of the things we are really looking forward to is getting back into the classroom and learning about new things with you. So when you come back, bring your curiosity, your questions and your wonders about the world with you, and then together let's explore these. We know that when we are learning together as a community, we feel happy and inspired, and in the first 2 weeks your teachers will give you some questions to get you thinking, but also to understand where you are in your learning, so that they can understand how to help you with your next steps. Feels quite a long time since we were in school now, so we'll spend some time with you to plan, do and review your learning so that you can be independent and be the true boss of your own learning.
The third part is community making. Now, community is a good word because within that word there's another word that is important for us to remember. Can you have a look at it? Community. Can you guess what it might be? Yeah, you've got it right. unity, and unity means togetherness. And although we haven't been in the same building for a while, we are all coming back together and we're going to celebrate being back together. We're already creating a really exciting arts week where you'll be learning about dance and arts and music. We're going to be re-establishing some routines as well. You know, it's important to have routines because it helps structure the day and makes us more efficient and more effective. And in your class, you'll be having different daily class sessions where you might be singing together, or you might be talking about what it's been like for you being at home and what you're hoping for now you're back at school. Yes, emotional well-being is really important. We've all had a tricky year, haven't we? Sometimes in school, sometimes back at home, lockdown, worrying about our families, worrying about ourselves, worrying about our teachers maybe. But now's the time to start healing and thinking about our futures, and as well as relationship rebuilding. We're going to also be exploring how we feel about things through the arts and creativities. And we all have additional needs. You know, I am always knocking on the door to Mr. Rolls saying, can you please help me with this? I can't work this computer, or I just don't understand how to do something. And he helps me. So there's nothing wrong with saying that actually you need some help. And all children will have additional needs. And some will have needs that we need to support a little bit more, and some a little bit less. And we all help each other out. I know that you, the children, will be helping each other out as we come back to school. You're our special agents in teaching each other how to be brilliant learners.
Here is an example timetable for what the day might look like in the first 2 weeks of all of you, if you're in Key Stage 1 and 2. If you're in reception, it will look a bit different, but you'll have some of these things in a different order alongside your normal routines. We've kept some of the things the same, so you'll still have assembly at the same time every morning. When you first come in, we'll have daily exercise all together, and you'll also have a booklet, just like you had for your online learning. So some things will stay the same as we get used to getting back into school life. Now, next week, if you're at home, you'll have a 10-minute slot for you, your parent and your teacher to talk together about how you've been getting on, what your next steps might be, and your teacher will also explain a bit about how your first week back will look like. If you're in school at the moment, then your parents will have a chance to touch base with your teacher to do those things.
And I think, Mr. Rolls, that Mr. Smith is sending out a letter today so parents will know how to log on to those things.
So check it out.